Good morning, good morning, good morning. How goes it? Okay, so as you may have seen on previous streams, I have been trying to um, build a side-by-side application. It's two applications. It's a Blazor app and a React app that are basically the same. That's their premise. And the goal of this is to kind of just build up the skills on both sides. Learning Blazor. I don't know Blazor at all. I haven't done any Blazor classes, short of pieces of YouTube videos. I haven't even watched whole videos on it yet. Whereas React, I did do a kind of a full little starter course. Now I know C Sharp, which is what Blazor uses, but it's .NET framework stuff, so it's not even core. So I'm actually learning core in the sense that this is also using a lot of the MVC stack, components and I'm sorry, what is the model, the um, I can't even remember what it's called. It's model, views, and components. No, it's not components. Components are the objects, obviously, are one of the primary objects that you're using on most of these. But so this is my ultimate neighborhood ladder here, and this is my solution for this. It's a component. Oh, I guess it is components. Oh, I guess it doesn't use MVC. I thought it used the MVC. It's model, views. I can't remember what the other one. It's not components. It's something. But model, view, constructs. Ugh, I don't know. Anyway, so here's my two apps. So far, so good. I'm actually going to open this. I'm going to run this so you can kind of see where I'm at. It's not much. I have got very little. I got the front page. That's all I've got. And I've been kind of working on the menus on the left, the left side menus, and kind of trying to work how those generally function between the two apps. Now, can I get identical functionality? Of course I can. Do I know how? Have I fully mastered that? No, I have not. So there is some things there where I'm kind of working on. So let's see what this looks like. You can kind of see where I'm at. And I will show you the current state of events. Now, I don't believe, or there probably is a way, I haven't figured it out yet, where you can do live updates with Blazor. I don't know. Is there a way to do that? I should probably look. So when you change stuff, it would just show up in your browser view. So right now you can see that I haven't made any changes, but you have to do kind of a hot reload or a reload to get that up. Is there a way to do a live updates in Blazor? Let's see. Live updates in Blazor. Is that possible? Real-time notifications using Blazor. No, it's like Blazor development. Save months. Smart UI for Blazor. How to perform real-time updates in Blazor. Refresh data in real time. Nah. It's not really Blazor Grid live date. Setting up real-time updates in Blazor WebAssembly. How to gracefully deploy. Now, see, this is updates like after you've developed it. Things that are going to update as, like, say you have a stock app, and as the stock changes, you're going to keep showing the changes to your app. So, like, if I was logging into my Schwab app, you'll see that the price of the stocks will change every few minutes. Probably does a check every few seconds or 30 seconds or whatever it is. So as the stock price fluctuates, it's shown there on the app, and that's kind of what I think. That's live updates. This is not what I'm talking about. So it's like I'm talking about like when I make a change here. Now if I go here and go, are we still showing this? How many times? I have done this so many times. it says there's always something to update. Okay, it says latest 5907. See, I don't know why this continually, it refuses to update. It actually just refuses to do the update. Because every time I update this, it goes, hey, there's a later version. There's a later version. It doesn't actually update. npm install, npm warn deprecated, debug version 3.2, 3.2.7, 4.3.1, have a low severity reduce regression when used in Node.js environment. I don't know what that means. Well, I'm waiting for it to finish. Finish doing whatever it's doing so that I can go do the run here. Oh, my Azure temporarily on hold. My Azure efforts to get certified. I stopped my Coursera thing about a month ago, and it ended today. Because it's $50 a month, man. I don't want to spend $50 a month. It's every little penny counts when you're out of work. But you're right. This is, well, you're right. You're thinking, but it's for you're getting a job. It's going to make it easier. Yes. Well, maybe it will. I haven't, you know, having done these courses, I'm on course 5, so I'm actually close. And there's only 4 modules in this 5th course, and then it's on to 6. And all this one is resource management, or setting up resources in Azure or something like that. And then the 5th module is just the test, the practice test. So we're getting close. So if I did it again, I'd probably finish it in a couple of weeks, because we have 5 will be done within a couple days. 6, I don't know how many modules are in 6, but then it's 7, and however long that is. I don't think any of them are as long as that first module, which was 7 modules, and hopefully not as problematic as that one was. Is it done? It says validating runtime. Are we still validating runtime? What the heck? Turn off info warning, page extensions. I don't know if it's still doing anything or not. It has a little bar still. Usually when you still have this up, it means it's still doing something. I don't know. Let's go to terminal. Let's go run my app. Run dev. Start? Oh, maybe it's npm run dev. I was blending stuff. Oh, look, something happened already. What? Could not read start package. No such file. What? Command failed. This is related to npm not being able to find a file. Well, what do you mean? Package JSON is right here. Oh, am I in the wrong? No, I'm in the right place. Ladder, repo, package JSON's right there. I don't know what you're talking about, man. npm run dev. Here, get repos, ladder.js, package.json. That's what's right there. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, it's under Ultimate Avid Ladder. Oh. Well, that's weird. How come I'm not under there? CD Ultimate Neighborhood Ladder is too long. I just need to change that to community. Oh, God. Alt ultimate neighborhood ladder. Wait. Ultimate neighborhood ladder dash NJ. Of course it is, because I because I had to make it really complicated. Oh, npm run dev. Jeez. Make it simple to type. Make it something you can deal with. Don't do what I did. I want to change this. Community is easier to spell. Neighborhood is kind of a pain because it's got a lot of quiet letters. The E and the I and the G and the H. Neighbor. I mean, you could just go N-E-B, right? Technically, it could be N-E-B-O-R hood, right? Neighborhood. But of course, it's not. It's N-E-I-G-H-B-O-R. So the whole E-I-G-H is basically silent, except for you could go, it could be N-A-B-O-R-H-O-D, neighborhood, that'd be neighborhood, but you know, it could something, N-A-E, I don't know. Feel like it's over efforted, it's spelling, but okay, so we are here. Let's load this puppy up. Okay, so here's my React version of my app. So here you go, my side-by-side appearances. This is my Blazor, and this is my React. So you see they're kind of similar, kind of sort of close. Blazor gives you a little bit more to start with because it actually builds kind of an app that looks a little bit like this already. So that made it easy, and then I just made my React kind of look the same. By following whatever. I did struggle more to get the React one working. It took me a little bit more time to get this far, but okay, so we're not that far, obviously. So what I started working on next was auth. Now I'm gonna have to add auth to my React, but the idea is that I should be able to log in with my application here. That didn't work, obviously. I don't even know. Why is it? I don't even know why it is. I can also use another service to log in. I was setting up my Facebook login. Let's see if that works. Whoa! Total explosion. What do we get? Cannot provide a value for property email sender on type UNL web components accounts page external login. There's no registered service of type core identity email sender. Display name external login. Cannot provide a value for property email sender on type UNL. There is no registered service type. Cookie. All right, you know, I've been kind of starting to get in the habit. Well, okay, not really a habit yet. But I have had a little success. Let's see. I've been using ChatGPT. Do I like it? I'm still deciphering if it's I mean, it's done good a couple of times. How can I fix this error with regards to Facebook authentication in Blazor? dependency injection in your Blazor application, specifically with property on the email login. Here are some steps to troubleshoot. Register the service and dependency injection container. Ensure the email sender service is registered in your dependency injection container in your startup or program CS. Really? Okay, well, let's go see what we can do with that. Let's see if that gets me anywhere. So, like I said, I got to get it working in one app before I can go work on it in the other. I have done, now this is just doing the Facebook login. I haven't even tried to figure out if you can do a Facebook login in React. I'm guessing you can. I just haven't tried it yet. So I'll be following some videos and some steps to get that going. But ultimately it's about, just kind of working through this, figuring out how this is all going to work. I know, so you see me wearing a tank top and I'm wearing a sweater. So you're like, why don't you just put on a warmer shirt? And I'm wearing shorts too. I worked out this morning and I haven't had a chance to go upstairs and, shower and whatever. I mean, so I got pretty warm. I wasn't sweating a bunch. I'm not like pitting out here in front of myself, gassing myself. TMI. I know. It's just, no, it's just that I haven't got to settle into my daily wear, my clothes. Actually, it's supposed to be hitting like mid 80s, I think, today, or at least 80 some degrees. It says on my thing, it's 81 degrees outside now, 80 and 81 degrees. It's just cloudy. And that's part of the trick. My heat pump is blasting like crazy right now to keep the upstairs cool. Well, I'm downstairs and all of the cold air is just blasting downstairs, and it's like it's already cool down here, so it's just pummeling me. So I know, I digress. Okay, let's get back to work. All right, so let's see if we can find this. It says go check out my program CS/startup CS. Let's see what I have here. Here's my program CS. Don't actually have a startup CS in this app. Do I have one down here? No. All right, so let's go look. So I believe there is actually, so we got add authentication. I think one of them was get connection string. See, there's email sender right there. Let's see, configuration service, configuration services, add Razor component. It's kind of interesting. It says add Razor component. This is a Blazor app. Oh, Razor. Oh, God. Not React. I've been doing that. Razor is Blazor. Razor's Microsoft's React. It's the front end page, like a React page would be to Next.js. Next.js is kind of the back end part of the Blazor part. It's just, yeah. All right, so at least that's how my brain is, kind of sorting those things out. So get connection string, add identity core, add authentication. So inject the service in your component. Well, thing is, see, this thing gives me an example of using configure services, and yeah, it's not there. This says program.cs, and is it in the front end? Maybe that's the problem. Let's go look at this guy. No, it's not this guy. I don't even know what this practice CS is. What is this? Oh, you know what this is? Okay, so I was working on, I was using my website as basically taking an online interview practice test. And so I was using it because it was already set up, so I could go online and change and edit, and I was doing my thing, putting my solutions in here, and then I would just run it. So yeah, that was those are dummy pages. I'll just delete them in a minute. But I did it. I did okay on the test. Not as good as I should have because I liked the way they did it though. It was the way a test should be. Those interview tests, instead of you being sit in front of somebody and them giving you the evil eye while you're trying to solve it. I hate that. You can just feel it, even though it's online interview. You're going, oh, I could just feel them going and judging me because I didn't do it the way they thought I was going to do it or the way it should be done. Yeah, it's just, all right. I know. Here you go. Back to program CS. All right, so whatever this is saying, their logic, their thing doesn't work. Okay. Do I have app page external login here? Nope. Make sure you are injecting the email sender service properly in your external login component. Do I have an external login component? It says in your external login component. There it is. External login picker. There's external login razor. At / external login. So it's there under this guy. So that would be my account and then external login. And then we got at inject email sender. Email sender. Is that even a thing? Oh, it is. Email sender. Okay, we are injecting it. And then we have at code down here. On initialize, redirect to get external login info sync, redirect to withstand. Okay. Public interface, email sender. Ensure that you have an interface, email sender, and class, email sender. Do I? Does this work? Does this have, do I have this? I might, I just don't know where. Doesn't say I do. There's no finding it anywhere. Now, I don't know if ChatGPT knows what it's talking about, but according to the, if it does, it would have found it here, right? Where is that supposed to go? It says check for missing or incorrect registrations. Double check that there are no typos or missing registrations in your configure services. The error can also occur if the type being injected is not the same as the type being registered. Scoped singleton or transient lifetime. Now, some of this stuff could actually be getting, you know, caught up in a component sometime, or a DLL, right? Oh, here we go. Identity, no open email sender. Public class, look, there's the declaration of it. Email sender, email sender. So email sender must be an interface defined by a component, because it's not here. It's probably in this, maybe in one of these extensions or SendGrid or something like that. Because, yeah, this, I didn't find this, but I should be able to go, I mean, this is obviously existing somewhere. Let's see, go to definition. Oh, there it is, public interface. Where is that? Yeah, it's an ASP.NET Core identity. It's not. It's part of the DLLs that you brought in. So, okay, so that part's not a problem. These two pieces exist. So the question is, where is configure services in existence at? Okay, it's not. So cannot provide a value for property email sender on type UNL web components account page external login. External login. External login picker. I don't see an account page external login though. Well, it's account page, and then the page, the thing should be external login, but it would be components, account pages, external login. So we're at components. I don't actually have an account pages. Oh, it's account dot pages.
I don't have an answer for that.
Okay, thanks. All right, so it has to be this one. Account dot pages dot external login. It's this one. So we're hitting the problem at email sender. Can I break on here and find what's going on? I mean, probably. But it doesn't tell me where, or maybe I just lost it. So let's go back here. Oh, no, wrong one. Let's go here. All right, so we got, there is no registered service of type identity.email sender. I think there is. The thing is, I don't think I got the same error when I stopped last time, so I feel like something's gone wonky. But I could be wrong. Don't. Let's go back. Cannot provide a value of email sender. There is no registered service of type Microsoft. All right, let's go see if I can copy this. We'll go. I'm going to stop it for now. And the thing is, I've been working on multiple things, and I could have just broke one because I was trying to get the individual one working as well as the thing is, I'm not sure I can use basic login because I have to have a database for that to be stored in. I mean, where is it getting its basic login info, right? I mean, it can't until you connect some kind of a database to it. So let's go to my NuGet packages. And let's see, we'll paste this. that's not quite it. Is it in the installed? Huh. Latest is deprecated. So that's probably not what I want. Now, ASP.NET Identity Entity Framework Core and Identity UI is the default Razor Pages built-in UI for ASP.NET Core Identity Framework. So am I supposed to put all these in instead? Because it looks like there's a bunch. Identity Core, Extensions Identity Core, Identity Web, I'm going to update all these. What do I do? Should probably run the latest, greatest of everything. 'Cause that's the goal, right? Everything works on the latest. So anything I learn is not dated already. Ugh. I'm so sore, man. I've been working out these last few days, and I've been doing some kind of exercises that just beat the snot out of me, man. Are they all done? Guess. That was fast, I guess. So nothing's outdated anymore. I don't know. What is this thing problem? Oh, well, that's not a thing. I should probably just delete this. In fact, I don't even think that whole little solution I created there probably doesn't need to exist. Let's just remove this. Probably delete it. Where's the delete? Alright, well, we'll just remove it. Don't know where delete is, but yeah, I don't need to save anything. Alright, fix that. What are they talking about? I have something in here that says may not be fully compatible with my project. What? .NET Framework version. Instead of the project target framework .NET 8.0, the package may not be. Do I have .NET Framework in here even? I have core. I don't even know what they're talking about. I don't have .NET Framework in here. These are all .NET Framework core. Package Microsoft Identity Core was restored using. Oh. What if I just take that out? What happens if I dump this? I know it's probably important. It's like I'm gonna break everything by just deleting references. Let's just get it out of there. All right, so now we're no longer working with that stuff. I hope it doesn't break anything. All right, so Facebook app, possible null reference, configuration, add authentication. All right, let's, I'm gonna run this again. Now that I've cleaned up, updated, deleted some stuff, I suspect I'll still get errors. It just doesn't like these for their potential null. They shouldn't be null, but they might be null. We'll figure that out in a minute. It's a really cloudy, hazy day right now, considering it's 82 degrees out. And for us, 80s is crazy, and the only way we ever hit 80s is usually a bright, sunny day. So it's surprising that it's so warm outside. All right, let's go to auth. I'm just going to work with trying to get Facebook working first. After I do Facebook, oh gosh, now the button don't even work. Or did it? No, yeah, last time it asked. Probably because I already have that piece there and it's probably been pulled in. Cannot provide a value for property email sender. So where is this happening? So I got to get to the part where so we're on account login. So there's probably a page called login here. So let's go here. Somebody clicks on Facebook. Sign out sync, password sign in sync. Input model, invalid login, remember me. These are my regular login user things. Account email, recent email configuration. Get URI with query parameters. Account register. All right, where is this triggering? So we are on the login. Post, use a local account to log in. Forgot your password. Use another service to log in. Okay, so that must be this thing. Can I break here? Nope. Submit, format, perform external login. Why can't I break on any of these? So you can't, can you not live debug on this? Is that a limitation of some sort? Because I should be able to break somewhere here, right? But I can't put brakes on any of this stuff. Oh, that one let me put in a brake. Can I put a brake in right here? So you can't put in a brake. Oh, this is the HTML. You can't brake on the HTML. So I gotta go somewhere where I'm actually in code. External login picker. But it has to be something code-wise. It's not gonna let me do it if I'm not in code. Nope. Oh, that one did. Okay, let's see what that does. Did not let me get where I wanted to. On login, on initialize async, on login callback, on valid submit async, create user. Let's try doing it here. iUser email store. I don't think that's a thing, but we will try this. Alright, so whatever's happening, it is not letting me break on anything, which is kind of a pain. So I don't know where the error is occurring. I'm trying to pin that down. Let's go inspect. What is my, let's see if there's any inspection information going on here. Any errors or console things that I need to be aware of? Don't see any. Blazor. What is that? Oh. Migrate entirely to HTTPS to have cookies sent to same site sub-resources. Huh. A form field element should have an ID or a name attribute. Why, which one it doesn't? Violating node. And I can probably fix that. It's a checkbox. Where's the checkbox at? It's not even the page I'm supposed to be on. Let's go to the page I'm supposed to be on. Alright, set cookie header has an invalid cookie value. Nice. Migrate entirely HTTPS. Okay. Incorrect use of the label for form element. Jeez. Labels for attribute doesn't match any element ID. This might prevent the browser from correctly autofilling the form and accessible tools from working correctly. To fix this issue, make sure the labels for attribute references the correct ID of a form field. I don't know where this is. Do you see a checkbox? There's, oh, the remember me checkbox? Is that the one? That's the only checkbox that I have here. Navigation menu. It's the only checkbox on this page. Yeah, but see, that's part of the sidebar. There's a checkbox on the sidebar? Where is there a checkbox on the sidebar? I don't have any checkboxes over here. The main is right here, so this guy's going to have his own checkbox, right? There it is. Checkbox. Remember me. So that one has a name. Input, remember me. But this checkbox, whatever this is, navigation menu, title, navigation menu, class, navbar toggler. It's a navbar toggler. This guy doesn't exist. Huh. Let's see, nav, title, navigation menu. Navigation menu. Where's that? Come on. Oh, there it is. But where is that? It's just there. Is it like referenced anywhere? Navbar toggler. Is that in the is there a CSS in here that's got navbar toggler? Navbar. Just see. Toggler. Oh, it's nav menu dot razor CSS. So there must be a way to trigger the menu, and this somehow is doing that. It says it's a checkbox, but it must be in some way hidden or not immediately visible, because you can see not here. So, and it's between two divs. So you got this div, which has its own bunch of junk going on in it, which really is just it's got a lot of stuff. It's just navbar branding, you know, web. It's just the basic stuff for that. But then I close this, and we have a checkbox that's somewhere in the middle between that div and whatever this div is, which is right underneath it. So the question is, why? Why? Okay, so here you go, on click. It says it's got an on-click document.query selector, navbar toggler, click. I feel like this is not defined. Like there's an on click for this thing, but it's not set up. See? Nav scrollable, on click, document.query selector, navbar toggler, click. I feel like this is supposed to do something. But I don't think this is defined. There's something hiding, or maybe it's supposed to hide it, or you know, it's like it's an invisible thing. I don't know why it exists invisibly like this. But the navigation menu, yeah, that's a very curious thing. On click, query, document.query selector. Don't know what that's doing, because like I said, this is a lot of built-in. So when I created this app, it had some basic functionality built in, and this is part of that. So I'm trying to figure out, well, why does it exist? Because I didn't create it. So a lot of this I didn't create. That's part of the problem. You know, it's like I didn't do it exactly like this one did. Like I didn't even put my, like you see in my React, I didn't put my menu in the same, my picture in the same place, because I was having trouble finding out where the same place is. So this one has a toggler. You go through like this, open, close. But I would love to have this menu be this, like sitting maybe underneath the X. So I should probably move this and put it under the X. But I still want it on this page, so it's a little misleading as to what's ideal for this, right? Because if I put it in here, then I don't have it always showing, right? So it's, maybe it doesn't have to be on this menu. I don't know. Probably doesn't have to be. But that's why I put it out here, so that it can be seen when it's not on the screen. Anyway, but then this one has this navbar toggler, so I don't know what that means, because obviously nothing here toggles the navbar, and it's distracting me. So let's go back to my thing. I'm going to go ahead and clear my console, just because I want it clear. Okay. So now I can see, let's go ahead and refresh this page. Just want to see if there's anything else that I'm missing. Okay. WebKit text size adjust is not supported for Chrome. Chrome, Android, Edge, Firefox text size adjust to support Chrome 54 plus. Chrome, Android, Edge. Text size adjust. Text align. WebKit match parent is not supported by Edge, Safari, and on iOS. Add text align match parent to support Edge 7. This is formatting stuff, but I should probably work on it. Migrate, other. Incorrect use of label form element. The labels for attribute doesn't match any element ID. This might prevent the browser from correctly autofilling. A form field element should have an ID or attribute. Deprecated feature used. Unload event listeners are deprecated and will be removed. Huh. So obviously some stuff has changed, so the code that they even put in here doesn't actually function. Breakpoints. Pause on uncaught exceptions. Pause on caught exceptions. A viewport meta element was not specified. So it's account external login. So the problem is in this external login, I just can't seem to catch it or figure out where, how to find where the error is blowing up. Count. There is no registered service of type ASP.NET .identity .my email sender. All right, ChatGPT, what do I do with this? Yeah, same problem. But it is registered. I have the email sender, email sender, send email. First, ensure you have an implementation. I do. Register the email sender service. This is the only one that's thrown me off. There is no start. This doesn't have a startup.cs, so it has to be the program.cs. And I don't understand why this would even be a thing, because this is not my code. It should be my code. I should have built this from scratch, but I'm not building it from scratch just because I don't really know. I'm learning how this works. So the only thing that could be is program.cs, which there are two of them. I'm pretty sure it's this one that we're talking about, though. And then configure services. Do I need to configure services? Is that what it's saying? Configure. So that's builder. Is there, oh, I'm just curious. If I go here and go builder.services.configure, is it configure.services or configure services? Well, services, oh, let's go services.add scoped. Does this work? I don't think dot add, does dot add scoped worked? Dot. Huh, it does. Add scoped is right there though. I mean, I guess it works, but I don't know that it's gonna work for what I want. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna do anything. The line is legitimate. So I guess the worst that can happen is it fails again, right? Right, the worst that can happen is it fails again. Let's go back here. That didn't work. But again, I don't know where it's trying to do this. So I go to ChatGPT, it says put it in to your program.cs, which is what I did. But obviously it's bumping into something. And the problem is that the object doesn't exist wherever this is trying to do whatever it's doing. I don't know where it's, I don't know what step is blowing this up. That's the problem. Let's see if I can get back here again. I'm trying to get it to step through, but it's giving me problems. What if I do a hot reload? Go back here. Try again. See, we're not even getting to this. It's almost like I've already loaded by the time I'm here. The problem, I don't know where this is triggering. It's obviously not triggering at any point prior to this. Does it trigger if I click login? Nope. So whatever I'm doing, it's not let's try hot reload again. Because I would think that if I was actually hitting this page, see, it's almost like we're past this. Let's go, I'm gonna go out of here. I put the break in. It is program.cs. Let's see what happens if what happens when I just try to run this fresh. I could have just done a restart, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so that triggers. So I wonder if, now that this actually triggered, if that does anything. Might not, might, I don't know. It's just, I'm not sure what's got to happen here. But we're going to go here. And then we're going to click just regular login. Oh, let's do Facebook. That's the one that's blowing up for that reason. No, see, we're not even getting, and we're not even getting to my login, external login, whatever that is, wherever that is. So we're on the login page, account login. So we'll go back to start my solution here. We're going to account. And then we have, there should be a page called login, account login. At least I would have thought. Where is account login? Control Shift F. Add page. Account login. Okay. Where is this page, man? So we have identity, components, endpoint, redirect, user accessor, but the login where is the login page? Where is this page? It's a component probably, but I would imagine there should be like an account something login, right? Now, is it, it's not under images or bootstrap. It's not an object. See, this is my understanding of how, all right, time for me to call in the professionals. All right, so we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go to YouTube and see what they do. Facebook, not Facebook. What am I doing? Oh yeah, Facebook login in Blazor web. Here we go. It was 8 months ago, but it was .NET Core 8, so let's see what happens. All right, so this is only a 6-minute tip, so hopefully it's fast. Call out whatever I'm doing wrong, hopefully.
Hi guys and welcome to .NET Mastery. In today's video, we will see how we can easily integrate Facebook single sign-on in a .NET Core application. Now the prerequisite for this video is the application should have the .NET Identity Razor library already added to the project. As long as you have that, then all you have to do is do some configuration on Facebook, add few lines and NuGet package, and you should be up and running. But before we get into all of those details, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you are always notified when I release a new video. With that, let me switch back to the project where I already have the .NET Identity added, and we will look at the steps for Facebook login. I have an application here, and let me go to register. This is an application in .NET 8, and we already have Microsoft login that is configured. Now, even if you do not have Microsoft login enabled, if you follow the exact same steps that I'm doing, Facebook login will work in your application. What we have to do here is stop the application and we need to install a NuGet package for Facebook login. Let me go back here, manage NuGet packages.
There's actually a
And
separate
once
login for
we're here,
Facebook
let me
login?
search for Facebook and we have Microsoft ASP.NET Core .authentication .facebook.
Or do I already have that? I probably have that. Let's go ahead and stop. Let's follow along. I'm going to try to, I mean, it could be that the sample app that I'm using is dated. You know, there's the tools that are existing, the way Facebook works now. All those things could have updated and changed in some form. So I can't mark off the possibility that it is in fact just a problem of my I mean, it is, I don't know, 9 years ago, or 9 years ago, 9 months ago. See, there's not an app here. All right, what's the hold up here? App. It's really quite slow, even though I don't have anything running at the moment. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, something's wrong. It's like nothing worked. It's not searching. Why is it not searching? Tools. NuGet package. Let's just try reopening it here. Type. Facebook. There it goes. So I don't have that installed, apparently. But you know what? If it's simpler than what I'm doing, that might be the thing I need. Okay, so we'll just stick it in here for now. Oh, it is in here. Wait. Oh, it is installed. What the heck? Alright, never mind. Let's just move on.
Book NuGet package. Make sure to install the latest version here and let me wait for that.
What version is he using?
Perfect, the package has
No,
been
it's
installed.
basically
here.
it's 8.0, but it's
In
8.07.
your project, you will basically open the program.cs file. There we need to add a configuration. While you have builder.build, before that I have added the Microsoft account, but for Facebook.
Alright, so I think this is kind of what we're doing. I think again, this is already in here to some extent. It may or may not be slightly different, but it's pretty much what this is. So we have add configuration here, and this is for Facebook right there. So you can see already present.
You will add builder.services, .add Facebook. Well, it would be add authentication, .add Facebook. There we need to configure a few.
Yeah, .add Facebook.
Options, we have to configure the client ID, add a comma here, and we have client secret.
It's kind of interesting that they did it that way, right? Because you can go, they did it slightly different, right? So it's got Facebook options, which is just them using, I use Facebook options, they used opt, whatever. But it's app ID and app secret, but he's got client ID and client secret. Which is it? Interestingly, if you use add, see, it's the only other one. I can't compare it to the others, but I don't know. Should I be using the app ID? Should I use app ID or client ID for ad authentication? Let's go see what they say. Because this is 8 months old, so should I use app ID or client ID for ad authentication? Confused about app ID versus client secret usage. Let me answer the question. App ID security exposure of client ID. It's generally considered acceptable for the client to know the client ID. Does not need to be kept secret. It's used by authorization server to identify. The security risk of exposing client ID is minimal. The client service. If your application is public client, meaning it runs on a device that cannot be trusted to securely store the secret. Configure Microsoft Entra client ID or app ID. Do they want it? I have a document for Azure. Do I give the program the client ID? Adding authentication to an API. Enable authentication in a web API by using Azure Active. You know what I almost think is it might be cool to write this whole authentication piece as an API and then just pass stuff in from like React or from Blazor. Just call it an API and then have both of them just do what they got to do and display, so they don't have to write their own separate code. So I'd have like, because again, you call an API, anything can call an API. It doesn't even matter what the API is. All it needs is, what do I need here? And then you instantiate it and add it. So the question is, can you provide the information necessary, like the login information, and then you just feed it into the API. So instead of my writing this both for Blazor and both for React, I could just write create the API with this all the auth in there, and then pass the information into the API, which will do the authentication, and then send it back. Send back whatever token or whatever information it needs to become a valid object. So I think that's doable. I just got to understand a little bit more on how to do this. I mean, it'd probably be good to learn how to do it in both, but I'm just saying, if you create an API, then your apps don't matter what their front-end language is. They just say, hey, I got to instantiate this API, provide this info, and then the API will do its thing and send back whatever token, blah, 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 that I need to track to show that it's logged in. So let's just see what else he says. I'm gonna watch for a minute.
In order to get these two values, we have to go back. Let me open developer.facebook.com, and there I will create a new application. They have modified the UI here, and where you have what you want to do, you will typically select allow people to log in with their Facebook account, but do not select that. Make sure you select other here and hit the next button. There, if you notice, we want to create a consumer app where we have Facebook login. Let me select that. The app name here, let me call that Identity Manager, and let me create that app. We will enter the password here, and that will create app in developers.facebook.com. Perfect. Once that is done here, you will have Facebook login. If you do not see that, you will select add product, and then you will set up the Facebook login.
I have this, but I gotta go. I'll have to check it.
There
If
we
this
have the web project. We need the URL. Let me run the application as it is. That way we will get the localhost URL for our Facebook login. We have an error here with the app ID. Let me comment this out for now and run the application. We have not provided the client ID or client secret. Because of that, we have that error. But once I run the application again, let me grab the URL. That looks good. Let me go back. Let me save that here. Continue. And we do not need any other configuration. But in Facebook login, we have settings tab. Let me click there. And there we need to provide valid OAuth redirect URI. We will paste our URL and then we will write sign in hyphen Facebook. This must exactly match. If you do not have sign in / Facebook after the URL, it will not work. So make sure to have that valid redirect URI, save the changes, and that's about it. Then let me go to app settings, basic here, we have the app ID here, let me copy that, uncomment this, in the client ID, we will paste that, and we need the app secret. Copy and paste that here, and that's about it. Let me restart.
It's interesting. He's putting it all in his app. See, this actually hides a secret. So the configuration file puts the app secret in here. So I should have my configuration here if I'm correct. I did this before. Just gotta remember where I put it. Go to implementation. Go to definition. Dang it, where did I put those? Is it app settings? Default connection, multiple login. This is our ladder demo from app settings. JSON, information warning, new. I know, as I thought I knew, all right, so I'm a little off on my knowledge here because I got to remember where these secrets are, because these are actually in the configuration authentication Facebook app secret. I have this somewhere because I remember going through a step-by-step that actually put these out there, and I just don't remember where. Where is the configuration file? Dang it. Where is Blazor configuration file? Root, app settings. Jason, the standalone Blazor WebAssembly apps configuration is loaded from the following app settings file by default. www app settings. Okay. Is it in this app settings? Oh, is it this one? I wonder if that's my problem. I wonder if I'm actually missing that. Did I not create? Did I not put the keys in like I thought I did? I know, I could have swore I did that. Could have swore I did that, man. ASP.NET Blazor configuration. App settings, app settings. For more information, app settings configuration. Huh. I'm feeling like maybe I didn't create. I may not have created the security secrets. I may be missing my secret step. That could be the problem. If you don't have those values, I could have swore I put those in. I don't know. But you can see, like, this is defined, and over here it's defined in memory config.razor. In the program file, this one got identified. Is it? Oh, maybe is it actually in the? Oops, no. Is it in this file? Go away. Program.cs. Did I put it in here? I just put it at the bottom. No. All right, I'm gonna have to look that up. How to use, what is it? Configuration Manager. How to use configuration manager in Blazor to retrieve secrets. For more information, see the login configuration section later in this action. App settings configuration. So we have configuration, H1 font size. So we got builder.configuration. .add JSON stream. That configuration for whatever that is. App settings JSON, C#. Add OID authentication objects local provider. Builder.configuration hostname. Load the configuration for an identity provider with configuration bind in the program file. The following example loads configuration for an OIDC provider. Build.service add OIDC authentication. Now you might ask, well, you watched that video and you didn't do like they said. And it's because they're doing something a little different from what I want to do. And I like the idea of my secret not being in my page. I don't want to have that constantly there. I want to be able to put it in my configuration file. So when I pull like builder.configuration, I like the way this is set up, but I obviously need to add this authentication secrets to my config file. And I'm not seeing, I mean, these are all different ways. It looks like I'm doing similar things. Setting from, how do I put secrets in a production build? Can you keep us unsecure settings in Blazor while following tutorial? All right. how to set and just say add authentication method. Using configuration manager. You know what? I'm going to see what ChatGPT says. I'm always up for letting ChatGPT take a shot at it. All right, configure authentication settings in app settings JSON, which next, configure the authentication services. So I do need to go to my app settings JSON and put these in. They apparently don't exist, and for some bizarre reason, I didn't create them. I thought it was the steps I covered, but apparently I did not. We will go copy here. We will go to my app settings JSON, which is up here somewhere. Let's close you. See, logging, it's just not there. I don't need it in logging, and I don't need it as a connection string item, so we'll just throw it, oops, go away. I'll throw it up here as this, whatever that is, authentication, which probably doesn't need to have this one or that one in there either. Okay, why isn't that working? Why is it complaining? Missing a comma. Oh, that's why. Okay. Syntax. I hate syntax. Okay, so I gotta go to my Facebook app. Yes?
Lunch is ready.
Oh, okay. Thank you. It's probably a good idea. Let's go. I'm gonna pause here. I'll come back. I'll pick up after lunch.